for Utah's most accurate forecast with Alana Brophy. Weather rates certified 11 years in a row.
All right, and we are checking in with Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy.
She's out down there.
Okay.
She's out there. She's across the river, and
Yeah.
she's ready to give us a look at the weather. Alana?
Can you hear us?
Courtney, Emily, I wanted to show you. I am near Plain City, up here in Weber County, the lower Weber River, now under a flood warning. But I wanted to give you the idea of just how high this is. Sitting at 25 feet. This is action stage. This river is expected to rise 2 more feet here by Wednesday. That's flood stage. 27 feet would put this water onto the banks. And that's why we've got these warnings in place, giving people the heads up. But you can see this bridge right next to me. The water basically running all the way up to the bridge. This time last year, the Weber River was at 11 feet. May 2nd, 2022, 11 feet. We are now sitting at 25 feet, giving you an idea of just how different this winter was and this runoff is, because this is going to continue. It's not going anywhere. So you're looking at that projected forecast for the river and how it is going to peak into flood stage. And now we're going to take a look at St. George. It's hot in the north. I could say hot when we're sitting in the upper 80s. We've tied the record, and this is what it looks like down there in southern Utah. The St. George camera, we're actually matching temperatures with St. George right now. That's how you know we're running way above average along the Wasatch Front. We've got some cloud cover down there, and we know that that cloud is a good indicator of moisture that wants to sneak in, but this ridge of high pressure has really been dominating what's happened for the last several days, and it's still in control now. Let's take a look at some of those temperatures because we're cooking. 87 in Salt Lake, tying the record back from 2007, and we've got 80s along the Wasatch Front. That Logan number broke the record. They're sitting at 82. 80 was where they were standing for the record, and now that warmth continues to jump up. You can see running 15 to 20 degrees above average statewide. Let's look at some of those major cities when it comes to those forecast highs. We tied it in Salt Lake. We broke it in Logan. We're close in Provo, and we still have daytime heating left here. And as you look, there are other areas that won't quite get there, but still running way above average. Now, what's the difference between today and yesterday? Well, the winds. We've got a little bit of a breeze out here. You can probably see my bangs keep falling in my face. It's that southerly wind, and that component brings in warmer air, and it oftentimes in northern Utah will warm the temperatures even more so. So we've tied yesterday, but we could squeak out another degree or two here, so we're not finished just yet. Now the winds, really good idea of what's happening. Gusting in the 20 to 30 mile per hour range, so those types of southerly winds definitely crank temperatures, and they keep that blow dryer effect. Oh my goodness, we switch seasons so quickly. I know, you know what I'm talking about. It's all of a sudden, we're hot. This is what's happening, and we were talking about a record-breaking snowpack, and now record-breaking heat. Not a good combo, but that's what we're facing. Now, the high pressure that's in control, which you see here on the satellite radar, is eventually going to shift and move to the east. Right now, it's acting as a storm block, but a little bit of moisture is trying to sneak in underneath that ridge of high pressure on the eastern side of the state. That is where the SPC has put out the general thunderstorm threat, so you can't rule out an isolated storm. But for a bulk of Utah, we're just staying dry because of the high. But that isn't the case as we get through the rest of this work week. Now, tomorrow, we're staying warm, but we're going to back off a little bit of this heat as that area of high pressure slides to the east. The winds will stay cranking here. We're going to see that breeze holding on. And as you notice, there's an area of low pressure off on the coast. Now, that is a slow-moving area of low pressure, and it's going to make its way to the Beehive State. It eventually will move towards Utah towards the end of the work week. So we get winds and temperatures slightly easing from the above average warmth. But then on Thursday, we get the chance of some thunderstorms. The potential is there, and we get to see some changes. Spotty and scattered storms are expected. Cold front comes through into Friday, which will cool us down, but we also see scattered showers to close out the work week. Now, the slight chance of moisture holds on through the weekend, and that gives you an idea that the ridge of high pressure, it's broken down, and then we see a pattern shift, and we get some soggier conditions. Daytime highs into tomorrow, still 80s. Whew! 80s, looking at low 80s in Salt Lake, and we're going to see the Wasatch Front staying in the 80s. And with this warmth, that accelerated runoff continues. And again, many waterways in Utah forecast to see high rises because of this warmth. As you look throughout the state, you can see those daytime highs. St. George getting some more wind that upslopes them and actually cools them. Speaking of southern Utah, next 7 days show that cooling trend, and St. George gets in on the action on Thursday with the potential of a day with thunderstorms and some showers. So a heads up there. There would be thunder showers down there in Washington County and the surrounding area in the Southwest Desert. Wasatch Front Going to back off of the heat we're seeing today and what we saw yesterday. 87 just kind of snuck up on me. I'm feeling it. Whew. We cool things down, and as you can see, temperatures drop closer to where they should be this time of year. How about some mid-60s? That's average in Salt Lake, but way above that, and actually stay that way until a decent pattern shift. If you're seeing the river, you see the debris that is coming through the Weber River right now. This is what clogs storm drains. That leads to flooding. Dangerous stuff there. It's just watching what's coming through on the waters here. They're running high. They're running fast, and this is really cold. This is snow melt. You have to use extreme caution around all of our waterways in northern Utah, not just for this warm snap, but this entire spring, as runoff is a different ballgame this year. Again, 25 feet for the Weber River. Last year at this time, 11 feet. Big difference, big danger. We'll be right back.